And this is your second film with Varun. How has your association with him been, and how is it to create the first creature comedy for Hindi cinema?
And why do you always see a dark side to him? I want to understand.
Maybe I've seen him like, no, David Uncle has not seen him. So I feel, okay, so first to start off with Varun. Varun I met when he had just released Student, and we decided to do Badlapur, which was crazy. And I remember telling him that it'd be very difficult for you to say yes and even more difficult to say no, because you're David Dhawan's son, Karan Johar's protege. He came 3 days later and with full conviction did that film. A few years later, we decided to do Bhediya. And the growth that I've seen him is, one thing that's not changed is his core is very honest, it's very pure. He was a lot more hyper earlier. He is calming down. The pandemic has worked on him. I think COVID helped him. But his biggest strength is he's a team player. And you have to just tell him, and I think, Amar will also second that, to jump how high, he won't jump high, he'll jump off the building. So the idea is actually to control him back, rather than try and make him do something. And he's like family now. And I think Bhediya took a lot out of him, from leeches to snakes to God knows what, in real life, not the VFX ones. So I feel this is Varun 2.0. This trailer is Varun 2.0, where he's not, where he's not just relying on comedy, And I think the intensity that we saw in Badlapur, with this one, he'll bite you, So hopefully you like being bitten.
Literally.
Hello.
So you asked me something else. I forgot completely.
Hi.
Creature comedy is actually a complete team effort. The attempt was to make a world-class product in India, and I think the audience deserves to be given world standard after COVID. And our intent was that, with whatever is our, haisiyat or whatever we can. It took us 10 years to be in a position to make a film like that. And we've worked, everyone, Niren, Jishnu, all the cast, all the technicians have worked really hard to give you, and I can promise you, when you see the film, it is a product, as an Indian, you'll be very, very, very proud of. That it's 100% written, it's in our culture, and I think that's its biggest strength.
Hello. Yeah. My question is to Varun. Varun over on your right, in front row, right. Varun here. On your right. Okay. First of all, he's right. I left. Okay. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to you for completing 10 years in the industry.
Thank you, sir.
And so my question is like, Bollywood got a very handsome Bhediya. I can say that. So how is your preparation to for this role, that you have put on weight also, you have some lot of things you can see in your bare body?
No, more than that, there was Amar wanted my voice to sound slightly more different in terms of when the transformation happens. First of all, it started with growing this beard. We didn't know how much will it grow, till what extent will it grow. Secondly, I opted for animal flow for this, which Pooja, who's EP on this film, she got us an amazing trainer, this boy called Devrat, Ninja Dev. And I trained in animal flow for a couple of months. And rest, I think it's all Amar. I think it's all Amar who, took me beat by beat about what to do, what not to do. And obviously there would be some inputs from me that, can I do this or can I not do this? But I have to say, because I was working with it, like Amar and Abhishek have done 2 films together before this. 3 films. All films. This is the 3rd one. So Palin and me were in that way very new to the team. And whenever I would see Palin acting, मतलब इसका जो flow होता था इतना natural होता था, इतना natural, जैसे पट ये जो है ये इतना naturally निकलता था इनसे. So I think I honestly got to learn a lot on this film. I just came in, मैं ऐसे नहीं आया कि मुझे सब पता है, मैंने फिल्में की है. I kept picking up things from everyone. So hopefully this character of Bhaskar will come across honest and someone that you all can root for and love. And like if the audience supports Bhediya, then then we have a future to create something more ahead. So
Varun, hi, just next to him.
hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? What I wanted to know is, you always, it seems like after a few films, you're always taking a risk. Like you had a Chocolate Boy image, then you did Badlapur. Then after that, you were doing commercial films, then you went into October. Now you have done something very different for horror in the Indian cinema. Werewolves have not been done before. After few films, this risk that you take, is it a conscious effort, or do you feel that you need to experiment? Where does it come from?
It just comes from me, the kind of person that I am. Like, I'm a pretty random person in that sense. And I think most people are like that. I mean, we don't like to say that. हम लोग बोलते हैं हमारा एक fixed routine है ज़िंदगी में, but हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ उठपटांग कर लेते हैं हम लोग. So, but this was very attractive from the get-go. मुझे हमेशा से अमर के साथ काम करना था, तो मेरा belief हमेशा अमर और डीनू में था. And डीनू ने मुझे बस एक one line सुनाई थी इसके बारे में.
और वो वही दिन था जिस दिन हमने क्रैक की थी स्टोरी, मतलब स्टोरी नहीं, आइडिया. सेम डे हम लोग 2 बजे बैठे, वो पहले 12 बजे मैं और नीरेन बैठे क्या करें अगला बाला के समय, और 12 बजे हमने कहा हाँ अच्छा लग रहा है, बुलाते हैं तीनों को 7th फ्लोर से. तो ये 7th फ्लोर से 5th फ्लोर में आए. हाँ बताओ क्या है. अच्छा 1 घंटे बाद फ़ोन किया, उन्होंने बोला मैं आ रहा हूँ शाम को. तो 5 बजे तक हमारा
तो मैं फिर इनके पीछे पड़ गया कि कब शुरू करेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, ये होगा, वो होगा, एंड देन एवरीथिंग जस्ट फेल इनटू प्लेस. एंड ऑनेस्टली दिस फिल्म, आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू टेक क्रेडिट फॉर एनी ऑफ दिस, एंड आई डोंट थिंक सो. ये जब कभी कभी चीज़ें हो जाती है और वो ईश्वर का हाथ होता है, एंड ईश्वर कराता है ऐसी चीज़ें. आई ट्रूली बिलीव देयर इज अ स्पिरिचुअल कनेक्शन विद दिस फिल्म.
Dinesh ji, there's a question to you too. You have created this horror universe. Horror comedy वगैरह you reinvented it. बहुत टाइम से horror comedy था नहीं बॉलीवुड में. But now this is something very new. इतना टाइम क्यों लगा to bring something so different in the horror space, considering like you are a horror pioneer? And also, how important it is for this to work, for more such horror films to happen in future?
First, I get very scared of horror, personally. So that's why there's some comedy in it.
इन्होंने कॉकटेल भी बनाई है, इन्होंने लुका छुपी भी बनाई है, मिमी भी बनाई है. It's not that.
No, but I'll
Horror
tell
pioneer.
I'll tell you, this film's actually not taken very long. We've shot this film for 4 months last year. We've done post because it was new for us for 12 months. And we're actually bringing you the product in 19 months, which for a film of this size is pretty good. And that credit goes to this entire awesome crew who've done it. Why it takes long for anything is we take a year and a half to write. That's the most important process. The rest is easy if you get that right. So also we do, just because we have to make a horror comedy, we shouldn't. You know, the idea is that it has to come naturally. Like he's saying, Niren came with this idea. He mentioned it. Then it got its own identity. So I think writing we take, writers and writing we take for granted. I think Maddock has been built by writers first, then directors, then actors,
Hi. Over here.